Film Pulse is supported by the kind donations from listeners like you. Please consider subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/filmpulse for just $1 a month and help keep the podcast on the air. Thank you so much and enjoy the show. This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Going balls out in the laundry yard.
Watching the Grunion Pro Magi. If you're listening to this, don't even waste your time.
Hello and welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 256. My name's Adam Patterson. Joining me today, we got Kevin Rakestraw. How are you, Kevin?
I'm doing pretty good.
Also joined by Ryan Holes. How are you?
Uh-huh.
All right, cool. What movie did you watch this week?
Man's best friend.
Man's Best Friend. This came out in 1993. Picked this in honor of, is it National Dog Day?
I think it's National Dog Day.
National Dog Day. That's fun. It's a fun little,
Which I think
little thing.
Not too long ago was International Dog Day, I think.
Okay, so there was International Dog
then-
Day. This is just National Dog Day. This is just for us.
And I think last month or so was like National Puppy Day or something. So dogs got all sorts of days. As they
Nice.
should. As they should.
So National Dog Day is the 26th, though, Saturday.
But I think it's every day, really.
Really, well, especially if you're a dog owner,
Yeah.
it is definitely National Dog Day every day if you're a dog owner,
That is correct.
without a doubt. This is written and directed by John LaFia. I have a synopsis here. A dog turns from man's best friend into man's worst nightmare as he attacks everything that moves.
Mhm.
This stars Ali Sheedy and Lance Hendrickson. Ryan, tell us a little bit about Man's Best Friend.
Well, the movie opens and you see a lady on the phone with a reporter trying to give her an interview or set up an interview about this animal colony at this place she works at. All of a sudden, she mysteriously dies. Well, in the movie, the dog kind of knows the dog, but you're not supposed to actually know until then. But it's a dog. So then, not knowing that this dog's a killer, this reporter lady and her little friend escape in a car, and they make it to a convenience store where they're messing around their car, and a mugger comes up to them and tells them to give him everything. And they do, and the mugger runs off. The dog runs after him, and then you see the dog come back with no mugger and the first in his mouth. And again, you're still not supposed to know yet. But the dog actually killed the mugger and took the purse back. And so, like I said, this reporter lady develops a bond with this dog and ends up taking him home. And her boyfriend's there. And obviously, he's not too excited. And he puts the dog outside during the night, and the dog begins to get angry and kind of whimper and do all kind of things to get back inside. Eventually, she lets him back inside with the keep in mind the fact that the dog is now angry at the boyfriend. So there's at one point, there's a cat that tries to fuck with the dog, and out of nowhere, the dog just starts chasing the cat. The cat runs up a tree, and the dog runs up the tree after him. And at this point, you find out that the dog was originally a normal everyday dog, and then he was in this lab. He was crossbreeded with a bunch of different other species, and now he's basically a killer dog. And he can do it like at one point he flushes the toilet because this lady's boyfriend tries to give him food, and it's got some hidden inside of it. The dog sniffs that out right away and takes the food, dumps it in the toilet, and then flushes the toilet. Uh, like you said, the dog goes up trees. The dog can open doors and stuff. Like if they have not the round handle, but the long door handle, they can push up or down. They can open doors. And so the original lab guy is trying to get the dog back along. Eventually catches up with everyone and used to retrieve the dog. Well, the dog's not too happy about that. And they get this lab guy and the reporter lady are in a car again trying to escape him. Because at this point the dog is chasing them down, trying to kill them. And all of a sudden, the dog causes a car accident, and the guy dies. And the lady crawls out from under a burning car. And oh yeah, by this point, her boyfriend has got her a new normal puppy dog. So this puppy dog's with her and ends up going and hiding under a shelf when everything else occurs. And the dog ends up, he's all mangy and beat him. And he tries to lunge at the lady, and he ends up dying. And the lady lives a play after the little dog.
All right. He lunges after the lady. What? He just dies? Like what? How does he? Does he like lunge into a spear or something, or does he just lunge and then die?
Oh no! I said that because I couldn't remember what happened.
You don't remember how the dog died?
I
Isn't that like
know.
He's
I
consulting.
know he lunged it. Is she holding?
I don't know. I didn't see this movie.
I can't. Hold on. I gotta read this.
Hold on, he has to go back and rewatch the end.
No, I have to just read out the dog. Read the censored about the dog.
He's consulting that whiteboard.
I want to hear him like flipping through pages of notes.
Just back and forth, back and forth.
Did you figure it out or what? What's going on?
So apparently, there's a dog cage, and the dog that made you fell in that done.
So he fell in the dog cage. All right. So what did you think of Man's Best Friend?
It was alright. It was hard to tell what it was like the point it was trying to get across. Like if it's supposed to be comedy or if it's supposed to be straight up horror movie. And some things look like I said a goddamn dog flushes a toilet and opens the doors. It's very weird.
So my first question, the one question I have is the poster. Various posters of this kind of show the dog with kind of half a dog face and then half of this robot face.
Yeah.
Was the dog a robot?
No.
What?
See, that's
It's sort of looking like that. Sort of like around, but you want to say he gets all mangy. He gets angry at everyone and starts getting attacked by various animals and dog catchers. He gets all bloody and shit, and then he gets angry and becomes an alter ego dog. Oh yeah, and I totally forgot about that. The very last scene, there's a puppy They come out of nowhere. That looks like the original managing dog. So I guess you're supposed to believe that's his skin. Because in the movie, he bangs a girl dog too.
Mm.
But I mean, this is really important. And I need to clear the air here. This is not a cyborg. It's
No.
in no way mechanical or half mechanical. No part of this dog.
No, not the Omar outfits are like crossbreeding with like 87 different other animals.
I'm not happy about this.
And what was the point of the crossbreeding? That was just to make
To give it like the high points that each animal had.
So this
no,
is
it's just to make a super dog.
Yeah.
so this is like Jurassic World, where they just took like all the worst things
Yeah.
one animal.
I
Like,
guess.
Let's turn it into an unstoppable killing machine that is
Yeah.
not in any way, shape, or form mechanical, which is bullshit.
Well, especially because of that cover.
Exactly.
The cover is very clearly
I'm led to
robot.
believe that this is a cyborg, and it's not at all. And I'm not happy about this. I was really excited to hear about, the effects of this mastiff with half a dog face and the other half like just metal, like all gnarled and stuff. But that's not the case. The only thing he does is flush toilets and open doors.
I fucked your out dog.
Oh my god. This fucking.
Well, it's funny because a few weeks ago when you were all about the cyborgs,
yeah,
this was the first movie I thought of because I never saw this movie, but I remembered the cover. Like I remember as a kid going to the video store and always seeing this cover and be like, oh, it's like a cyborg dog.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the movie, when it's the dog sort of normal until it looks like a normal dog. It doesn't get that one eye thing until it gets all mangy and gets in fights and whatnot.
Okay.
And the whole sex scene with the girl dog, that's like
There's actually with the dog.
That's funny because it's sort of like a human scene. Like you can tell the girl dog is whimpering and saying no. And then the boy dog finally gets his way. I don't know, it's a human element.
Okay. Now, you mentioned the comedy aspect. Was there intentional comedy in this, or would you say it was like unintentional, or?
I don't. Wikipedia says it's a comedy horror. I think there was too much, like, except for that ridiculous thing the dog does. It wasn't like laugh out loud funny.
I mean, from what your rundown of the synopsis and everything, the plot, I mean, this dog sounds like a good dog overall.
Sounds like he's protecting his family.
Yeah. Would you say this is a good dog? What's the dog's name, by the way?
Max.
Is Max a good dog? Is he a good boy?
He's protective, but then he takes it to a certain point.
He goes a little bit overboard with it. He's a little overzealous with his protection and his loyalty. That's a dog.
They just start killing shit for fun.
Oh.
Dude.
So he turns into a psycho killer. He gets a taste for blood.
And like when he's going up the tree, it says, they say in the movie it's the agility of a jaguar.
Nice.
And sure enough, a big claw grows in the middle of his paw.
Oh man!
He climbs up the tree.
Oh shit!
And the side
Interesting.
of houses.
So he really is like a mutant dog.
Yeah. He climbs up the side of the house. At one point, sneaks in the bedroom and kills somebody in a bedroom on the second floor of the house without anyone downstairs knowing what's happening.
Damn, he's a quiet killer too. Which that, I mean, that's impressive with him being a mastiff.
Yeah.
Quiet
You wouldn't
like
think
that.
you wouldn't think that he'd be that quiet, but I guess
He,
that's what
he
the
just
genetic
got all
mutations
these
are all about.
human qualities.
Oh, he's got human qualities too?
Well, like the killing, like pretty much everything he does isn't what a normal everyday dog would do.
It sounds like that, yeah.
Hmm. Most dogs don't enjoy killing.
Yeah,
All right.
that's true. That's true.
Let's talk about the director, John LaFia. He did Child's Play 2 in 1990. He did a movie called The Blue Iguana. Did that in 1988. That was with Dylan McDermott.
Ooh.
About two overzealous psychopathic U.S. tax collectors.
What?
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in this. Blackmail bounty hunter Vince Holloway into stopping the illegal transfer of $20 million from a Mexican tax paradise in the USA.
Damn.
Interesting. I'd check that one out.
Go for it.
He did Corpse Killer, the video game.
Mm.
I don't know if you guys recall Corpse Killer. It was a FMV game, like a light gun game, but it was full motion video. I think it was on Sega CD, maybe.
I go ahead and talk about that.
It was a cool game. I liked Corpse Killer. He did another FMV game called Bombmeister. I'm not sure what that one. I don't know what system that came out on, but it was about a mad bomber dressed in a clown costume who threatens a city.
Ooh, that's not a fun game.
That's pretty much it. He did some TV stuff. He did a couple TV movies, including Monster and Chameleon 3, Dark Angel.
Okay. All right.
And they did most recently, this was in 2006, he did a movie called Firestorm, Last Stand at Yellowstone.
Ooh.
That was also a TV movie.
Interesting.
Yeah, which are about the largest forest fire in American history. When a freakishly hot summer at Yellowstone National Park creates the perfect condition for the largest forest fire in American history, look out.
Look out for what?
Probably the giant forest fire.
Oh, it sounded like there's going to be something after that.
No, it's just like, look out.
Just a heads up. Keep your eyes peeled.
What animal would have an eye like that?
Like what?
It's a cyborg.
It's totally a cyborg on the cover, which is bullshit.
I know. At one point there's a iguana in the lab.
Ooh.
And he has iguana blood in the dog, so they're not like chameleon blood.
Mm.
So the dog can like transfer his appearance.
Does he ever at one point blend into metal?
No.
Okay,
I
thought
maybe
maybe
like
that's.
Thought that was the connection.
Yeah,
like a metal shelf.
He goes into does he blend into a shelf?
I don't know if
The dog turns into a shelf.
Shelf dog.
He does it in a garage.
He blends into
The dog turns into a garage.
No, he blends into something in the garage.
Is that something metal? I'm asking a simple question.
That's what I'm trying to. I don't believe so.
Okay. I want that scene where this giant mastiff is in a garage and Lance Hendrickson walks in and goes, "Where's that darn dog?"
You should watch it because it's one of those weird, sort of funny, sort of horror things I was talking about.
See, I just want to watch that scene and nothing else whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then that would just be all I think about. Like if you ask me about Man's Best Friend, that's all I'm gonna know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this movie just for that. I want to witness that scene. Is it Lance Hendrickson's garage?
No, it's a neighbor.
Okay. All right. Any final thoughts before we give your drum roll on this one, Ryan?
I'll turn up for man. There was also a scene where someone went to adopt him and said they had a big farm for him to run around on. And the next scene is This time we are whacking the dog in the back of that with a shovel. And then the dog later kills that guy.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right. What do you give Man's Best Friend?
4.
That is a 4 out of 10. Not too bad.
No.
Have you seen Cujo? That's the kind of the big killer dog movie.
No.
I mean, this seems like sort of a little bit of a Cujo ripoff with some 90s attitude. Some 90s tude.
Gotta have that 90s.
They smoke indoors.
Oh, shit, really?
They're smoking indoors? Look out.
Fucking edgy. Damn. That was the 90s, man.
Yeah, you smoke inside. You don't care.
Oddly enough, I don't remember that much.
What? I remember smoking at McDonald's. Smoking in
Oh,
the mall.
yeah. In the mall? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Really?
Smoked
Yeah,
everywhere.
I really don't remember that. What about,
Airports.
what do you do when you're done with
They have ashtrays.
You just throw it on the floor.
I remember there was that. I think it was a McDonald's. It was around Queensgate, I want to say. And maybe it was either McDonald's or Wendy's, and they had smoking in there for a really long time. Like even after all the other places stopped doing it, you could still go in there and smoke.
And then they even had the one that was on the border there, the one by Hollywood Video. They sectioned off the side, like when.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was only the
Yeah.
side that you could smoke in.
Yeah. Yep.
Good times.
Yep. The good old days. You can go to a McDonald's and light one up. Get yourself a Big Mac and enjoy a smooth Salem afterwards.
Which is kind of shitty to think about now. Like you couldn't, like you're not at a McDonald's that long.
Right.
You couldn't wait.
You can't just wait. You can't wait till you just step outside. You need to light that shit up like as soon as you're done shoveling those fries in your face.
Some people really hate that.
Yeah, some people are really into it.
So people love it. They just love it. Have that smell.
All right, so National Dog Day. Are you celebrating?
I'm not sure how to celebrate.
Just go to a dog park. Have some
Go to a dog park. Adopt a dog.
roll you out in the middle of a dog park.
Me owning a dog probably would be good.
I would love to just roll you out in the middle of a dog park, but first put like sausages all over your person. just stuff you full of sausages and then just roll you out into the middle of the big dog section. You know, there's the little dog side of it.
I think the little dog section would actually be funnier.
That might be funny. The big dog, they'd probably just knock him over.
Yeah.
With the little dog, they'd be all over him. They'd be crawling all over him.
That'd be great.
Little dog.
I like that idea.
We should do that.
Find me a dog park.
But we'll find
They even have dog parks in York.
I don't think so.
I don't think they do. You have to go to like Nixon Park or something.
There's a Waterford dog park.
You go to Pinchot Park. Take your dog into the bacteria-infested water and get a staph infection.
There's one at John C. Rudy County Park. There's a dog park.
There you go.
It's got a 4.6.
Oh, 4 point. What is that out of 10?
That's out of 5.
Okay.
Based on 126 reviews, man.
Nice.
I'm gonna look up the 10 best dog parks in York County.
So if you live in specifically York County, write these down. If you live anywhere else in the country,
I love
forget
that. I opened this up, and the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Are they even
7, 8,
in York County?
All 10 of them are not in York County. No. The first one is Mechanicsburg, then Bel Air, Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland, Reading, Maryland, Gettysburg, Maryland.
Reading has the most murders and the best dog park.
The most murders in the best dog park.
I love it.
if you're looking for a quality dog park in South Central Pennsylvania, but
You want to
you're-
get murdered afterwards.
you want to get murdered after, head to Reading.
Oh, God.
Hmm.
I'm going little dog. My little dog is cool.
Yeah, you had a little dog. What are you doing for National Dog Day, Kevin? You gonna take your little pup for a walk?
Maybe I'll give her something a little special. There
Oh,
was.
she knew you were talking about
Yeah,
her.
exactly.
You gonna
Get
dress her up?
extra-
Get her a new outfit.
Okay. I know
She'll like that. Then get her an outfit.
All right. That's what I'll do. That's what I'm doing.
That's cool.
Wait,
All right.
dress your dog?
I don't know.
No.
Uh,
I mean, I have coats for my dog, but my dog is very, very skinny and frail. So during the wintertime, got to put a coat on him.
That's right.
my
You
dad's
gotta do it.
girlfriend always thought my dog needed a coat.
don't
In
think they make
outdoor
coats for 'em.
Virginia,
I don't understand why your dog would need a coat when your dog never went outside.
Yeah.
because it gets
Ryan had an indoor dog.
it gets freezing cold in Virginia Beach.
Apparently.
Apparently, it doesn't really get cold
That's
at
why I
all.
didn't even know the outside world existed.
Yeah. I remember that one time we tried to take Loki out on with a leash. Remember that, Ryan? And like she had no idea how to react
Yeah, she was
to a leash. Like she had no idea how to walk with a leash at all. It was just random chaos. Yep. All right. Any final thoughts, Ryan? Man's best friend, Psydorgs, National Dog Day. Anything you'd like to add?
No.
All right. That'll do it for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can send us your questions and topics to podcast@filmpulse.net. You can follow us on Twitter @FilmPulseNet, @FilmPulseKevin, and @MyLegsDon'tWork. If you have a minute, take a look at our Patreon page, patreon.com/FilmPulse. Consider helping us out by becoming a subscriber. For Kevin Rakestraw and Ryan Holes, my name's Adam Patterson. We'll see you next week.
See you later.